doing fine on a Wednesday evening. We're just going to get this show kicked off. I mean, this is the first of many that we will have. And really, what we would like to do for you guys today is really introduce ourselves, tell you a little bit about what we do, and then, of course, some of the fantastic topics that we'll be addressing on our show throughout the months and hopefully the years if we go if we keep going
Yes.
as well. But my name is Pamela Sams. I am with Jackson Sams Wealth Strategies. It's a financial planning and wealth management firm in Herndon, Virginia. And I really specialize in financial wellness for women. Most of my clients are women, single by choice, divorced, and widowed, really looking for a trusted advisor to walk that financial journey with them. So I provide everything from all of the financial planning topics, budgeting, taxes, retirement planning, college planning, anything that does to do with your financial life, I can handle it for you and really be that go-to person. So that's pretty much about me. I've been practicing for the last 19 years. Really got into financial services by helping my mom transition to becoming a widow when my dad passed away in 2001, actually September 29th of 2001. So that was just 20 years ago, a few days ago. And every day I think about it and I pray for him every day. But what that did is really transition me into a service, a career in financial services that I really hadn't even thought about. I thought about going into more of investment banking because that was kind of where the money was. But it was a divine providence that really led me to financial services, really focused on helping women because I helped my mom really figure out what my dad had left her after he had passed away, coming from a household where men took her most of the household finances. She was a little bit at a loss trying to figure out the finances on her own. I had just completed a financial management degree a year before that, and had two kids back to back in graduate school. Believe it or not, thinking I was going to go in a different direction. And like I said, really had divine providence that I was able to step in for my mom during that time period. So I'm very passionate about what I do. Really focused on financial wellness, and hopefully you'll be able to enjoy the show. Shanae?
Awesome, awesome, awesome. That is so wonderful and so inspiring. Like you, a little bit, my story started with me, helping myself actually. My name is Chanay Robinson, and I am the owner and operator of the Professional Credit Diva. And for me, let me just tell you guys, diva means doing it very aggressively. So no matter what it is you want in life, you have to go after it because no one is going to give it to you. And so I was cautioned a while back, using the word aggressively because it could be, deemed kind of a negative. But when I thought about it, I really, I stuck with the word aggressively because you have to go after whatever it is that you want in life with a vengeance because no one really is going to give it to you. So for me, like I said, diva means doing it very aggressively. I began my company actually in August, the end of August of 2017, because I needed to get my credit fixed. So with me starting with my credit journey, I started with different companies. And as I began researching how credit works, the industry of credit, I became intrigued and amazed because I really did not understand how credit worked. I didn't understand how to use it to my advantage or other folks' advantage. And it's just like with anything, once you understand the rules, then you're able to play the game and then ultimately win at that game. And so with me, once I realized, like via Facebook and other social media outlets, that the average person could begin their own credit repair company, I did it as a trial basis for my dad. He was my test subject. And within a matter of, I want to say 9 months or so, I took him from like a low score of like the 500s to like 794. I was like, OMG, that is awesome. And the possibilities that it opened up for him. And so I started my own company with trial and error and everything. But it was my passion and my heart to help people, because I figured that even in 2017, if there were things that I didn't really know or understand about credit, then it had to be other folks that were just like me. And my goal is to assist focused individuals, couples, and business owners. I want to help them achieve their goals and dreams by rebuilding, rebranding, and refocusing on their credit score, and let them know that, you're not out of the game just because you may have a low credit score, or you started, with a high credit score and something happened. You can definitely get back in the game. I'm here to equip and educate everyone. I would like everyone that I come in contact with to leave me with a 750 or higher credit score, because we were taught that money talks. Money talks, but I found out that credit carries a conversation, and credit can take you so many places that cash can't even get you, in the door of. And so once I began studying my craft, I found out that some of the things that I was actually doing was actually ruining my own credit. And so I love to educate people. I love to teach people, and I love to show how credit can actually be your friend and not your enemy.
Awesome. Sounds great. Definitely much needed as well, Shanae. I work with a lot of clients that don't understand their credit, and a lot of people don't. And it costs you so much money by
Yes.
not knowing what your score is, number one, because a lot of people
Mhm.
don't know what's on your credit report, number two, but then also how much that they're paying over time on interest payments
Yes.
just by having a low
Yes.
score. The difference
Yes.
between that 550 and that 750 are thousands and thousands of dollars
It
over
really
time.
is. It
And
really,
so if
really
you can get
is.
that fixed, that's definitely something that you need to focus in on. But let's, Shanae, tell people what we're going to be talking about, moving forward for the next several weeks. I mean, sorry, several months that we'll be talking about.
Yeah, so some of the topics that I'm going to be discussing with our lovely viewers, it's going to be the do's and don'ts of credit, personal credit, business credit. What's the difference between, the two, how to establish both of them, how to use them both in your advantage, how to qualify for a mortgage, what you need to do and what you don't need to do once you begin the process, before you even begin the process, and especially during the process. And I'm going to touch too on some of the things that you are actually doing yourself to ruin your credit without you even realizing it, and just how credit actually works. So I guess you've guessed it. I'm going to be focusing heavily on credit, the benefits of it, and what to do, how to use it. So I'm definitely excited.
Yeah, that is a much needed topic as well. So kind of along those lines, it's really, some of the things that I'll be discussing as well is budgeting. And that has a lot to do with how much you're paying towards your credit card debt, how much you're servicing debt, has a lot to do with your overall budget. So I'll be talking about budget.
Awesome.
Along those same lines is really how to buy a house, because a lot of times when you mention about mortgages, you have to have a decent credit score to qualify for mortgages, or there may be certain loans that you have access to that you may not be aware of. So I'll be talking about buying a house. Of course, everybody wants to educate their kids, so we'll talk about a lot about college planning. And actually, this month is the first day was October 1st, where you can start the FAFSA, which is the federal financial aid program. So we'll be talking about college planning and how to really work the FAFSA, as well as saving money towards a college. College costs a lot of money these days, Shanae. So really looking at how do you plan appropriately for such a large ticket item such as college planning. And then, of course, everybody eventually wants to retire. So really focusing in on what do you need? How much do you need? Similar to a credit score, contrary to popular belief, most people do not know exactly what they need to retire comfortably and live a 25 plus year retirement. So I'll go into how to calculate your retirement need, and then of course what type of things, vehicles that would be appropriate for you to start saving for retirement. You know, your 401ks, TSPs, IRAs. So we'll go into a lot of those particular solutions and vehicles as well. Um, Besides that, we'll talk a little bit about estate planning. So, estate planning is one of those areas, of course, as you transition from this earth. You don't want to live a messy situation for your family and your loved ones. So, what is proper planning in the estate planning? Do you need a will? Do you need a trust? What are they as well? So, we'll talk about that. I'll be bringing on some guests to talk a little bit about estate planning, and of course taxes. You know, we have, it is death and taxes is one of those things, two of those things that we can't get away from.
Yes.
So we talked about the death part with the state planning, so we also have to talk about taxes. So really, tax planning is an ongoing process. It's not just April 15th. You know, we get that ingrained in our brains, but it's planning throughout the year. What type of things you can do to save money on taxes, set aside money on taxes. We had mentioned business accounts. So those quarterly taxes come
Mhm.
due, and what do you need to do that? How do you set that up? So everything about taxes, and I'll be bringing on some guests that really specialize in tax preparation and tax planning, as well, to talk about planning about taxes. And then really just overall investing. A lot of people hear a lot of things about where do I need to invest? You know, cryptocurrency is really big now. So we'll talk about kind of the pros and cons of cryptocurrency, and then the different types of investment vehicles that people can use to in order to accumulate and grow wealth, as well. And then life insurance. I did life insurance month. Awareness month was actually just last month in September, but I can never talk enough about the importance of life insurance.
Yes.
So we will also talk about life insurance. How much do you need? Similar to retirement planning, how much do you need? A lot of times people are underinsured, don't have enough coverage. Or when do I need to start thinking about versus term versus permanent life insurance, and what are the differences between the two? So we have loads of information to talk about
Yes.
on this show, on a variety of different financial topics as well. We do also have another host. She was not able to make it for this call tonight, Amber Whitehead, who will be joining us next month, November 3rd, and I'm sure she'll have loads of other topics as well
Yes.
that we can address in this conversation. And of course, you know, this is also kind of audience driven. So if there are other areas that people want to hear about, I'm sure that we can reach out to us and see, hey, can you cover that topic on a different month? And we'll make sure we incorporate that into our program as well. Shanae, anything to add there?
Just that I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. Definitely bringing Amber on. I definitely want to give a huge shout out to Dr. Sharon Porter, who actually all brought us together by way of our Women Who Lead book anthology. I am so excited. It's Women Who Lead in Finance. It's going to be released next month. I'm excited about that. We will be, touching on different topics about that and everything. Again, Dr. Sharon Porter, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is, really, really awesome. I believe us as females, we need to definitely be financially equipped so that we can maintain and, carry on, even if there is a spouse, or if there isn't, a spouse in the household for whatever reason, that we definitely have to aggressively take charge and be a diva about our finances in all areas, and aspects of that. So I'm excited to be a part of the anthology. I'm excited to be connected to you women, and definitely excited to be a part of Dr. Sharon Porter's circle. This is so invigorating to me, and I'm just happy to be here.
Yes, definitely. Huge shout out to Dr. Sharon Porter for bringing us all together and for this opportunity really to host and educate. I'm sure,
Yes.
just like what I heard you say, Shanae, is that you're passionate about what you do, just like I am. And I'm sure just like Amber is, about what she does in her career and what she wants to bring to the table. And this show is really an opportunity to do that, is really highlight not only our expertise, take questions, and but educate and inform, because that's what it's all about, especially with our finances and our money. Like I said, I've been doing this for almost 20 years now, and really educating women around this money has become one of my passions over the years, and especially women of color, because we tend to be behind the curve a lot of times when it comes to our money and our money matters. So really understanding, and just like Maya Angelou said, when you know better, you do better. So this is a show where if you don't know, show up on Wednesday, first Wednesday of each month, to get information on these topics that you may or may not know about. Or if you do know about it, maybe you learn a little bit more about it and how to implement and really incorporate it into your life. Because all of the knowledge in the world, you can get that, but until you implement it and to incorporate it into your life, you're not going to be any further along. So really take the information that you will get from these shows and see, and if you need to work with either myself or Shanae or Amber in any particular area, definitely feel free to reach out to us. But if you don't reach out to us, make sure you get help from somebody, because that's what it comes down to, is seeking help, seeking guidance when you do need it as well. So that's what we are here to do, is really educate, inform, and bring all of this wonderful knowledge with all of the hosts that we have, 3 hosts in various different areas of finance, to really move you forward financially in order to really empower you. I like that word is diva that you use, Shanae. Go at it aggressively. I love that as well, because in order to tackle anything in life, go at it aggressively to make change for that. You want to add anything else there, Shanae?
No, just that, you guys are definitely going to be in for a treat, an educational treat. We're going to give you the information where you can actually use it, implement it, and understand it. So, even though it's finances, we're going to break it down whereas though you can take it in bite-sized chunks and definitely move with it, to better your financial outlook. And as Pamela said, if you have any questions or any specific topics that you want us to touch on, then definitely reach out to us and we will be happy to accommodate you guys. And share.
And share. Exactly. Get the word out about this show. And if there's anybody particularly that you want us to interview, we would like to get feedback on that as well. Any particular topic. Like I said, I do have in mind a couple of people who have expertise in certain areas that I don't handle personally, that I believe would be beneficial to interview. So we will have kind of this talk show format, but we'll also have interviews throughout that hour. So you'll hear from a variety of different people, not just us, but you will hear from a variety of different experts as well as we do our show. Anything that you want to add there, Shanae?
No.
Okay, awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, so this one was an intro show. So we will be going for an hour on our show starting next month. And then, prior to that, you will get information on what the topic will be for each month moving forward for that. So if you want to pop in and say, hey, I want to learn more about life insurance, or hey, I want to learn more about credit restoration or repair, you will know exactly what we'll be talking about on each of those segments. So you know when to tune in. And then, of course, invite your friends. We have the link, of course, that if people are not on Facebook, that they can register via Zoom for that. And then, of course, if people are on Facebook, we are on Facebook Live where you can tune in. I believe it's VNP Magazine on the page for Facebook that you can really view our show and the variety of different topics that we'll bring as well. So I am super excited about this opportunity. Of course, I'm glad to be a part of the anthology. And then when Dr. Sharon came to me about this show, I was on board from day one because, like I said, I love to educate in this area and share my knowledge and my expertise as well. Any closing words, Chanay?
Want to let people know that if they have any questions, where they can reach me on social media. I do offer 30-minute complimentary consultations to anyone to go over their credit report with them to show them what's exactly on their credit report. Your credit report, in my opinion, is your story, and no one should have the right to write your story or to create your story but you. So that's why you need to know exactly what's on your report. And my social media handle across Facebook, Instagram is the Professional Credit Diva. And for your 30-minute consultation, you can actually just text your first name. Just text the words 30-minute consultation to 443-973-7555, and you will be able to schedule your 30-minute complimentary consultation with me directly. And or you can log on to my website and schedule your 30-minute complimentary consultation. And my website is theprofessionalcreditdiva.com. Again, I am Shanae Robinson, the Professional Credit Diva, and I look forward to spending this quality time with you guys.
Awesome. And of course, my name is Pamela Sams. I'm with Jackson Sams Wealth Strategies. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram under @JacksonSamsWealth. So you can follow me. I post a lot of content on a daily basis on a variety of different articles, as well as financial topics that you can learn from. So if you can follow me on social media, Facebook and Instagram, again, @JacksonSamsWealth. I am also on Twitter, but it's under Jackson Sams WS, because Twitter only has certain characters that we can have. So Jackson Sams WS on Twitter, if anybody wants to follow me there. And of course, as Shanae had said as well, I do offer a complimentary 30-minute session, really to go over any of the financial needs that you have. If you are concerned about if your portfolio is properly appropriate, how much do I need to save for retirement, whatever you need to discuss in that 30 minutes, I do offer that as well. And of course, you can reach me on my website to schedule a 30-minute session at jacksonsams.com. That's JACKSONSAMS.com. So you can reach me there. And of course, Pamela at jacksonsams.com is my email. So definitely feel free to pop email to me. Say, I'm interested in a 30-minute session. I heard you on Women Who Lead Finance, and I want to take advantage of that 30 minutes, and we'll be able to schedule that for you as well. But I think we are wrapping it up. But those are the contact information. Again, Amber Whitehead, our third host, will be joining us next month. So we will hear from her about her business and, of course, the topics that she wants to cover as well. And, feel free to reach out and follow us and connect with us on social media. And also make sure you follow Women Who Lead in Finance. I believe it's V&P Magazine on Facebook. So you can get access to this show. So you will see when we have something else coming up that's new and a variety of different topics. Awesome. Any parting words, Shanae?
That is it. That's awesome. You guys will formally meet Amber. You'll see the dynamic trio, Charlie's Angels, so to speak, of finances. And, we are just looking forward to this. Like I said, spending this quality time with you guys, educating you and equipping you, so that 2022, we're going to make it happen. So I'm just happy to be here, Pamela.
Yes, we're definitely going to hit the ground running. And I love that Charlie's Angels of Finance. I'm going to have to use that. We're going to have to figure out who's who on that as well.
Yes.
But yes, definitely. Thank you guys for tuning in for our short session today, really to introduce ourselves and to introduce the show. Tune in for next month on November 3rd, 7 o'clock. It's always going to be on the first Wednesday of each month. And stay tuned for the particular topic that we'll be covering in November. But, thank you guys for tuning in. And we look forward to providing great content to you. And then also really just an opportunity to share and educate.
Awesome.
Thank you guys.